Charlotte should have walked away. Any smart woman would have. Instead, she stayed beside Wade at the railing while ocean wind whipped around them and country music crackled softly from the old radio near his boots. The cigarette glowed between his fingers every time he took a drag. God, he looked unfair. Moonlight caught across the tattoos covering his chest and arms, tracing every hard line of muscle beneath scarred skin. Up close, Charlotte could make out details she hadn't noticed before. Dates hidden in the ink, coordinates, names crossed out. A life written directly onto his body. Wade caught her staring again. "You ever stop?" he asked quietly. Charlotte lifted her chin. "You make it difficult." One dark eyebrow raised slightly. "That's so." She immediately regretted saying it out loud. But Wade didn't smirk, didn't tease. If anything, his expression grew more serious, dangerously serious. The silence stretched between them while waves crashed far below the rig. Finally, Charlotte nodded toward the tattoo over his ribs. "What's that one mean?" Wade glanced down briefly. "Nothing anymore." "That sounds healthy." A rough laugh escaped him. "Sweetheart, nothing about me is healthy." The word sweetheart settled low in her stomach. Charlotte looked away toward the ocean before he noticed. Too late. "You blush easy for somebody talks so tough," Wade murmured. "I do not blush. You're doing it right now." She hated that he was right. Wade leaned back against the railing beside her, shoulder brushing hers lightly. The contact felt accidental. It absolutely wasn't. "You really got no idea what people say about me?" he asked after a while. Charlotte frowned slightly. "Should I?" "Probably." The wind shifted, carrying cigarette smoke and salt water between them. Charlotte studied his profile carefully. Beneath the tattoos and rough edges, Wade looked tired tonight. Not physically, something deeper. "You scare people," she said honestly. "Good. But you don't scare me." That finally made him turn toward her fully. Gray eyes locked onto hers in the dark. "Yeah," he said quietly. "That's what worries me." Before Charlotte could answer, shouting erupted across the rig floor below. Both of them snapped toward the noise instantly. A pair of roughnecks were dragging another worker across the deck, while someone screamed for medical. Wade was moving before Charlotte fully processed what happened. He crushed the cigarette beneath his boot and vaulted down the metal stairs 2 at a time. Charlotte followed despite herself. By the time she reached the rig floor, Wade was already kneeling beside the injured worker, barking orders. "Move!" The crew parted instantly. The injured man clutched his leg, blood pouring through his fingers. "Cables snapped," someone explained breathlessly. "Caught him during the pipe transfer." Wade pressed hard against the wound without hesitation, blood immediately coating his tattooed hands. "Look at me," he ordered the injured worker calmly. "Stay awake." Charlotte froze, watching him. This man was chaos, wrapped in muscle and ink 1 second, then absolute control the next. The medic team finally arrived, taking over as Wade stood slowly. Blood streaked across his chest and forearms. Charlotte's pulse fluttered hard at the sight. Wade looked over and caught her expression immediately. For 1 dangerous second, neither of them spoke. Then Wade stepped closer. Too close. "You need to stop looking at me like that," he said softly. Charlotte swallowed. "Like what?" His eyes dropped briefly to her mouth. "Like you're thinking about making bad decisions." The air between them turned electric, and for the first time in her life, Charlotte Beaumont was seriously considering it.